Hey, all right, we are live. It is Friday, May 22nd, and I'm joined here today by the world famous Coach Alex.
Hey everybody, hope you're all having a good week. Ready to get some exercise in, get some practice in. Anyway, let's get started. I'm gonna grab my handy jump rope. And by the way, if you've got a sword at home, you might want to grab that too. I've got my saber because that's the one I'm familiar with. Which sword you get is not too important. We're going to do some parry riposts, but we aren't concerned very much with which parry or how you do it. We're going to focus very much on how you set up the timing for a parry riposte. So in that case, which weapon and how you do it, which parry you do, not too important. It's just, for me, I'm going to use it because I think it's easier to see what the heck I'm trying to show off. You guys, if you feel like you would be more comfortable or it would make more sense if you're holding something, go for it. Grab a sword, grab a stick, grab a pen, and if not, you can just move your hand like you got a sword. It'll work just fine. Anyway, let's get started. So, I'm going to jump around a rope like I always do. You guys are welcome to join if you got a jump rope, or you can jog in place, you can do jumping jacks. Doesn't really matter. We're just gonna get our hearts pumping, get ready for some exercise. So Tyler, how's your week been?
My week's been pretty good. I've been busy trying to get all the Zoom classes organized. So if you haven't filled out the Zoom class form, make sure you do that thing. So the link is in our Instagram bio. There's a link on our Facebook page as well. There's a pinned post at the top of our posts on Facebook with the link to the Zoom class sign up there. Or you can email me and I'll send you a link to that. Easy to do, but make sure you get that done done today, or well, tomorrow's probably okay too. But we're gonna lock in our times for the classes so the coaches know when they need to be somewhere next week. So make sure you get that done as soon as you can. I mean, just maybe right after the stream, duck out and check that out. And then you can see your favorite coaches in a little bit more social setting than kind of the one-directional Instagram thing we got going on here. But overall, pretty good. How about you, Alex? How's your week been?
Been pretty good. Been getting outside, doing all the summer chores and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Wash the car, wax, all that.
Ooh, I need to do that. Definitely need to wax the car.
Yep.
It's sad right now. It's all salty.
Oh, yeah. I try to make a point every spring to get rid of all the road salt.
You're a way better car dad than I am. I just need a rusty pickup. That's what I. That's what I should have.
Whoops. My grandpa was actually a mechanic. And my dad is also a car person.
Oh.
So whether I like it or not, I can just pick up car stuff.
Very nice. That's a great skill set to have.
Oh yeah. And I think we are done with that.
Yes. Sounds about right.
All right. We'll jump away. All right. While we're still warmed up, let's do some dynamic stretches. So, I'm going to start with the kick stretch. I'm going to use a straight leg. I'm going to kick my foot up, like so, and then the other leg. Try to keep your knees straight when you do this. Feel the stretch right here in the back of your thigh. And I like to hold my hands out, kind of for balance, kind of to have a target. It's not really a necessary part, but I feel like it works better for me at least, this way. Anyway, legs straight, try to kick as high as your body will let you. Don't try to force it. If you try to force it, you might hurt yourself. You might push yourself farther than your body can go, and that's not good. So try to lift, try to swing your leg as high as it'll go till you feel that stretch kick in, and no higher. So here we go. I do this quite a bit so I can get pretty high. You at home, maybe you're this flexible, maybe you're not. That's okay. Feel how high your body goes.
Definitely not me. I'm lucky to get 90 degrees when I'm doing the thing. All right, I might be exaggerating a little bit.
All right. Anyway, let's move on. So we just did the hamstrings. We're going to do the quads now. I'm going to turn sideways so you can kind of see what I'm doing a little better. I'm going to step forward. This is like those soccer lunges we do in a lot of warm-ups. And anyway, I'm going to make sure my hips are pointing forward, and both my feet are also pointing forward. And I'm going to squat down. Get a nice deep bend in my knee here. And you should start to feel a stretch on the front of your leg here in the quad. If you want a little bit more stretch, keep your hips forward and kind of scoot them forward a little bit like this. And that will stretch that out even more.
If your knees aren't made of steel like Alex's are, you can put a little something under that trailing knee to make it more comfortable.
Probably should have done that too, actually.
Shouldn't have said anything.
No, that's probably good. I don't want people at home torturing themselves. All right, I think that's good. Stand back up. And same thing, step forward with the other leg. And then squat down. Remember, keep your upper body upright. There you go. And yeah, like Tyler said, if you want to put something under your knee to be a little more comfortable, that's good. All right, so I'm down. I'm going to push my hips forward. Try to maximize the stretch. Make sure you keep your hips pointing forward and don't try to kind of twist them. That's an easy way to cheat. And when you cheat, you don't get any exercise. So keep your hips centered, facing forward as you're sliding forward. Okay, and actually we're going to sit down for this last one. So, grab a comfy spot. You're going to put your feet together like this. Pull them in close to your hips. Like that. And you're going to push your knees down to the floor, or as close as you can get. Yep. So, feet in, and to help, I put my hands on my ankles. If you put your hands on your feet like this, people tend to twist, and that's not good for your feet. So put your hands on your ankles, they're nice and sturdy. You can put weight on them. And push the knees down. And if you really want to get more stretch, straighten your back and lean forwards, let your hips tilt. And that should give you a really strong stretch right inside your legs here. back up. Maybe shake yourselves out a little bit if you need to loosen. Oh, I have my notes right in front of me and I skipped something. Well, silly me. All right, one last one. This is the IT band stretch. So your IT band is a big set of tissue that goes all the way up your leg, and I forget if it includes your side or not, but this stretch stretches that too. Anyway, what you're gonna do, you're gonna stand, feet shoulder width apart, just a regular stance, and you're gonna lean to one side. And as you do, your hips are gonna shift the other way. So here we go. I'm leaning this way, my hips are going that way. So here we go. And try to keep your body sideways. You can cheat by doing this, looking down, and then you don't get the stretch. So sideways. Some people even will look up at the ceiling to make sure they aren't leaning over the wrong way. And body one way, hips the other way. And you should feel that stretch all along your side, right here. All right, let's go up. And now, other way. So I'm gonna lean this way, my hips are gonna go that way. So here we go. And I'm gonna look up at the ceiling to make sure I stay aligned properly. And feel the stretch right here. Up. Okay, double check. All right, I got everything this time. Ready to move on. All right, let's do some leg work. So I'm gonna stand, feet shoulder width apart. I'm gonna turn one foot off to the side so that they're at 90 degrees. For me, it's my right hand because I fence with my right hand. If you're left-handed, you might be doing this the other way with your left foot. So here we go, feet 90 degrees. Standing comfortably, and bend your knees, so you're squatting. There we go, on guard. So we're gonna start with just a simple advance. So one foot out, put the heel down, and when I do this, I like to try and make both my feet hit the ground at the same time, like that. And this is a good way of making sure your step is quick and there's no lag time. You aren't putting a foot down and then having this long lag, basically, as you bring your back foot up. And what was I saying? As you bring your back foot up, and then I'm stumbling for words here. It delays how long it takes you to take your next step. That's what I wanted to get to. All right, so do the retreat, same deal. Put your back foot back. This time you lead with your toe, and then try to bring your feet back to position at the same time. So here we go. Advance and retreat. Advance and retreat. And by the way, it's easier to do this, especially with this tempo and this coordination, if your steps are nice and small. So step together, step together, step together, step together. So after this, we're going to be doing double steps. Right now, just single. And so it's going to be really important that your feet aren't waiting for one or the other to finish the step. Because you want to be able to do your double steps quickly and efficiently, and that's going to feed into the blade work we do, because the blade work is very timing dependent, and if you're able to do your actions quickly without much effort, your opponent has only a very small window of opportunity to do their own counters. And by doing that, by giving them just a tiny window of opportunity, you can control when they do stuff. And that will let you set up points on them. All right. So why don't we switch to double advances now? I think we're good and we're ready and warmed up. So, same action, just twice. Step together, step together. Step together, step together. I'm keeping my steps nice and small. There we go. So that I can do them quickly if I need to. If I take big steps, they're going to take a long time, no matter how fast I try to do them. So, little steps. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, I'm going to pick up the pace a little bit. So before was slow and relaxed, good for practicing technique and control. Now I want to work on, not exactly speed, because I'm not pushing myself to go super fast, but I want to use a quick tempo which is close to the one I want to do when we start doing our blade work stuff. So it's going to be bop, 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 bop. Real quick like that. And notice, I started with my back foot on that black line right there. I didn't go that far. That was 2 steps. All right, I'm gonna reverse that. Let's see. Ba, ba, ba. Here we go. Once again, small steps and ba, 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 ba. Small steps. And ba, ba, ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. This, by the way, is going to feed into simulating moving between the on-guard lines, because when you're at on-guard, it's what, 4 meters, right? 4 meters. It looks like a long way, but you have a 3-foot sword in your hand, and you can generally lunge pretty far if you're an athletic person, and your opponent has that too. So the amount of distance you have to actually cover to hit somebody is not that big. It's actually about that far. If I were to lunge, I could probably hit someone who had done the same thing in a lunge from the on guard. So why don't we put that lunge in there now? So it's going to be 2 advances lunge, ba, 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 lunge. Remember, big step out, land heel, toe, and come to a stop with your knee directly above your ankle, like this. Okay, retreat, and then retreats back to the on-guard line. Ba, 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 ba. It's going to move a little bit. All right, advance, advance, lunge. Cover, then retreat, lunge. Try to keep that tempo smooth so that you're continuously moving the whole time, especially going forward. Lunge, and retreat, lunge. resetting each time because I like using this as a frame of reference to kind of measure how far I'm going. So if you have like a landmark or something you can use at home, that's great. If not, you can do this just fine without it. Just make sure your steps aren't super big. You aren't covering a heck of a lot of distance. Alright. Lunge. Lunge. Oops, I'm slipping. Okay, looking good. So let's pick up swords, if you have them, that is. So I've got my saber. If you've got a foil or épée, this works just fine with that. We're gonna start with the basic attack between the on-guard lines, and we're gonna move on to how you can use that to set up a parry or a post. Surprise your opponent. So, real quickly, there's more than one way to come together, but this is the one I was taught heavily, so this is the one I'm going to teach you guys. Works pretty well. So, we're going to do this step by step. One advance. Bump. You're going to keep your arm in an on-guard position during the first advance. And the second, you're going to extend. Advance. All the way. Make sure you aren't locking your elbow. Just arm out. Elbow is still nice and loose. And then last thing, of course, lunge. Like so. All right. And yeah, I guess I'll retreat back. Might as well for symmetry. All right. So advance. Oops, I screwed it up already. We do that again. Advance with the arm back. This is your first step. You're watching what they're doing. Second one, stick it out. If you are foil or saber, this is establishing right of way. If you're an épée, this is sticking your point close to them, so that's easy to hit during your lunge. Regardless of which weapon you're in, I'm going to retreat back, you want to hit at the soonest possible moment. This gives your opponent the least amount of time to do anything. So here we go. Looking, and then thrust, and you can see even though saber does cuts, my point is already going forward to try and hit them. So I'm already very close to them, and I will most likely hit them about halfway through my lunge before my front foot even hits the ground. So, go. Back on guard, advance, thrust, lunge, and recover. Back on guard, advance, thrust. Oops. This is hard. Let me do this again. Advance, looking, thrust, lunge, cover. There we go. And this, kids, is why we practice. Advance, thrust, lunge, cover. Advance, thrust, lunge, cover. Advance, thrust, lunge, cover. All right. So that's the basic sequence that we're going to work off of. So now, a little bit at a time, we're going to smooth it out so that it's done at a more realistic tempo. So the first thing we're going to smooth out is the finish, the advanced lunge, because that is pretty much always a committed action. For sure, in this case, it is 100%. Once we start that, there's no going back, all right? So here we go. One step with the arm back. This is your watching step, see what the opponent's doing. And if you like what they're doing, you think this is a good time to set it up, you go advance with that arm coming out and lunge. Like so. So here we go. Looking, advance, lunge. And try to have your arm all the way extended by the time your lunge starts, just like before. Here we go. Looking, advance, lunge. Guard, step, advance, lunge. Looking, advance, lunge. And looking, advance, lunge. Oh yeah, even though I'm taking a looking advance, it's still the same speed, same time, same amount of time as the advance before the advanced lunge. Because we're going to turn this into a double advanced lunge. So here we go. Little quick step, step, lunge. Little step, lunge. And little step, lunge. All right, cool. Let's see if we can do the whole thing now. So here we go. You've already done the parts. You're just doing them all together now. So here we go. Little step, advance, lunge. Not bad. I think I could have done a little bit smoother tempo though. Let me try that again. Lunge. That's a little bit better. Might have been a little late on the thrust though, so let me try one more time here. There we go. I like that one. Felt pretty good. Let's do some more of those. And the tempo, it's pretty quick, so remember, you got to take small steps. Lunge. And lunge. Lunge. Go. Make sure. Remember, arm out as you look, or arm out by the time you start lunging. You want that point way out in front of you, so you're hitting them probably about halfway through your lunge, but you're hitting them at the soonest possible time you could have hit them, so that they have no free time for any kind of shenanigans. They're just getting hit. All right, here we go. And my arm is out as I start the lunge. Ooh. All right. I think we've got a pretty solid attack. It's got a quick tempo. It doesn't give our opponent a lot of time to see anything, not much time to think, not much time to see, not much time to react. They kind of just have to be hitting us or doing something else to not lose. So that's good. We don't want our opponent to have a lot of time, because if they have time to think and observe, they might realize we've set a trap. We don't want that. We want them rushing, trying to keep up with what we're doing, and not really thinking, because people who don't think are easy to trick. Anyway, let's work on the fake out now. So the thing we're trying to set up. So we got to start the same. I'll do this slow motion just like before. So advance, arm back, looking. It's going to look just like before. Another little advance, arm out, just like before. And now, instead of lunging, I'm just going to stand my ground, and I'm going to do a parry 4. So in saber, you're going to bend your elbow. You're not going to pull your arm in close to you, you're just going to swing it to the side. And at Bane Foil, I'm going to have to consult an expert on the techniques, but hopefully you know how to do a proper parry 4 in your weapon.
Looks good from here.
Okay, good. All right, so parry floor, riposte. Again, one of the effects of making your attack really quick is if your opponent is going to tie you, they're probably going to have to go for the quickest target, which is straight down the middle. In épée and foil, easy parry 4. In saber, usually they go head, but you can parry a head attack with a parry 4 as long as you time it just right, which is the focus of this, trying to get that just right timing. So, yeah, parry 4 is probably even faster because you can go from here to here faster than here to up there. Anyway, enough rambling, let's practice some more. So, step, extend, parry, riposte, and back to on guard. So, step, extend, parry, riposte, step, extend, parry, riposte. All right, let's try it a little bit smoother. So we'll do double advance stop. So advance, advance. Remember to thrust on the second advance, and then parry, riposte, like that. So advance, advance. Make sure your momentum is halted. If you have extra momentum carrying you forward, you might fall. You might wind up in range and not able to parry in time. So, make sure you come to a complete stop, parry, riposte. Alright. Advance, advance, parry, riposte. Advance, advance, parry, riposte. Advance, advance, parry, riposte. Advance, advance, parry, riposte. Really focus on making that double advance look just like your attack did. You really want them to think you're going for that lunge, for that double hit, that simultaneous, so that they bite, so that they attack you. You get that parry, riposte. Here we go. Advance, advance, parry, riposte. Advance, advance, parry, riposte. Advance, advance, parry, riposte. All right.
Getting some heart emojis.
Awesome.
People are liking this.
All right. Well, hope you guys are ready because we're gonna do full speed now.
Oh yes.
So here we go. Double advance, and then immediately parry, riposte. They're gonna be lunging at you right away because that's what they think is gonna happen. You got to be ready right away. So advance, advance, boom, boom. Advance, advance, parry, riposte. Coming to a complete stop as I do that, or right before I do that parry. So, advance, advance, boom. Advance, advance, boom. Advance, advance, boom. So, advance, advance, parry, riposte. There we go. That's the tempo I want.
Ooh, that was crisp.
Okay, cool. Glad you're liking it. Advance, advance. I watch the Olympic people do this sometimes, and they have even faster parry riposte than me. I have to slow down the video just to see it happen. And yeah, they do use this setup. It 100% works at the top level. Yeah. Awesome. All right. Pretty good. I think we got the motions down. So now, I'm going to shift gears a little bit. I'm going to face you. I'm going to be your opponent for this. So, we're going to simulate a bout here, 15 touches. What I'm going to do, I'm going to attack double advance lunge every single time. a lot of opponents, especially lower level opponents, just like to go forward and hit, especially in Saber. And if you happen to face one of those people, this works really, really well. And I'll show you the tactic. So, what you are going to do, you are going to do your first attack, double advanced lunge. Alright, I'm going to do the same thing. It's going to be a simultaneous touch, no point. No big deal. You didn't score, but neither did they. The second one, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to advance, advance, lunge. You are going to advance, advance with the fake out, and then parry my attack and riposte. Now you've got a point. And then we're going to do it again. Going to be advance, advance, lunge for the simul. Advance, advance, I lunge. You parry, riposte. Now you have 2 points. I'm still going to keep attacking because I'm getting what I want. I'm coming forward and I'm hitting. Well, some of the time. Close enough. I'm going to keep doing it. Alright, so here we go. Score 0-0. We're going to start off easy, simultaneous. Ready, fence, bump. Nice. Back to the on guard lines. And now, you pull out the trick. So, ready, fence. Oops, I got parried. Well, 1-0 to you. Alright. Now, back to simul. Ready, fence. Yep. By the way, try to make it so that you are timing your lunge and attack, your steps, all at the same time I am. If you're behind, especially in Saber, where they call this really, really narrowly, I might get a point, and you don't want that. You don't want me scoring points here. So, anyway, now it's your turn to parry riposte. Ready, fence. Oops, I got parried. What is it, 2-0, 3-0? I forgot already. 3-0, thank you. Thank you, scorekeeper. All right, and now, simul. Remember, you're trying to time. I'm gonna have a pretty quick tempo because I'm taking the small steps. Make sure you have small steps and you have the quick tempo as well. So here we go. Ready, fence, boom, lunge. Nice, simultaneous. And the parry, ready, fence, one. Oops, I got parried. All right, 4-0. Ready, fence. Yep, simultaneous. No point, no big deal. Ready, fence. Boop. I don't know if you heard, that boop is when you're supposed to do the parry. Anyway, if you got it, awesome. It's 5-0 now. Ready, fence. Yep, simultaneous. And ready, fence. Boop. There we go. That's the timing. So, if you were late, be careful, you might have gotten hit, especially if somebody has a quick tempo. Anyway, simultaneous. Ready, fence. Nice. And parry. Ready, fence. What was that, 6, 7? 6? I think it was 6. All right, I'm gonna keep track of my hands so I don't forget. All right, ready, fence. Simul. Ready, fence. Bop. There's that parry. 7. Ready, fence. Nice, simultaneous. Ready, fence. Bop. I think I gave the cue a little early, but it's okay. That's 8. Ready, fence. Yep, simultaneous. Ready, fence. Oh, there's the parry riposte. 9. Ready, fence. Simultaneous. Make sure you're getting that arm out. This is true in both weapons, but really true in Saber. You gotta show that right of way, especially right in the middle. All right, ready, fence, advance, advance, lunge. That was a parry one, right? This is the problem with not being able to see you guys. All right, I'm gonna call it a parry. So next one is simul. Make sure we're all coordinated. So, simultaneous. Ready, fence, 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 lunge. Nice. And parry. Ready, fence, bump. Nice, that's 10. All right, ready, fence, simultaneous. Ready, fence, bump. Nice, it's 11. Ready, fence, fence, fence. Boom. Nice. Ready, fence, bump. Nice. 12. Ready, fence. Nice, simultaneous. Ready, fence, bump. Go, 13. Ready, fence, simul. Ready, fence, bump. Yep, error post. 14. Ready, fence, simultaneous. And ready, fence, bump. Oh, congrats. 15-0. Bet you never thought you would have pulled that off. Anyway, so that concludes our lesson today. Hope you had fun, hope you learned something. And till we can see you out there in person, we will see you here on the internet. So stay safe, stay hydrated.